Now count the people who work in your clinic, not just the doctors, nurses, receptionist, technician, ward staff, the cleaning staff, your interns. Is it 10 or more? Then there's a committee you're legally required to have. And if you're like almost every clinic in India, you don't have it. This isn't a medical regulation, and the penalty for repeatedly ignoring it isn't a fine. It's cancellation of the registration you need to run the place. Section 4 of the POSH Act 2013. Every workplace with 10 or more employees must constitute an internal committee, and hospitals and nursing homes are expressly workplaces under this act. Now the composition. Minimum 4 members. The presiding officer must be a senior woman employee. At least half the members must be women, and 1 member must be external from an NGO or association committed to the cause of women. A committee without an external member is not a committee. It's a piece of paper. Section 26. 50,000 rupees for the first contravention, doubled on a repeat. On repeat contravention, the authority may cancel the license or withdraw the registration required to carry on your business. Think about what that means for a nursing home. Not a fine you absorb, the registration under which you operate. This has nothing to do with the quality of your medicine. You could run a flawless clinical service and still lose it. In Aureliano Fernandez versus State of Goa, the Supreme Court has been monitoring POSH implementation, appointing an amicus, ordering compliance dashboards, and directing district-wise surveys to verify whether workplaces have actually constituted internal committees. Labor commissioners and district officers have been directed to collect that data workplace by workplace and report it. Maharashtra has issued its own directive. Constitute the IC and register it on She-Box, the government's portal. 4 mistakes I'd expect to find in most clinics. Number 1, counting only doctors. The act counts contract workers, interns, apprentices, volunteers, and it protects visitors too. Number 2, a committee that exists on paper and has never met. Regulators now look at whether it functions, not whether it was named. Number 3, no annual return to the district officer. That's a separate obligation and almost nobody files it. Number 4, no policy displayed and no awareness session. The act requires the penal consequences to be displayed conspicuously at the workplace. 3 things this week. Count your total head count, including contract and part-time staff. Find your external member before you constitute anything. That's the step that takes time, and it's the step that invalidates the committee if you skip it. And check whether your IC is registered on She-Box. Every other exposure I talk about on this account comes from something you did as a doctor. This one comes from something you didn't do as an employer. Thanks for watching.